All right, guys, Good Old Boy 32 here. Check it out. Thank you so much for everybody for your support and continued support. We're going to be getting that channel back. I'm hoping and praying those appeals will come through this week. I don't know how they couldn't. I think almost all the channels on YouTube that were related to firearms, gaming, or anything were under a tremendous attack by someone, and it's almost got to be treated like a hack or something else like that. But in any case, what I wanted to do is just do a real quick video showing you what videos were or received the strikes. And the first one was on an AR-15 carry handle comparison with the UTG and an FN carry handle. The only thing I can think of is there was a link to Cheaper Than Dirt to that specific site. I wasn't trying to sell a firearm. I wasn't changing the operation of a firearm to make it a semi-automatic or full automatic, semi-full automatic, as they would say. But it boggles the mind how these things could be receive these strikes. Now, the interesting thing is the second strike was actually on 2 videos. Both were on the review of this guy right here, the site marked Mini M-Spec Red Dot. I was actually so impressed with this thing, I bought it. Guys, I don't get to keep these things typically because I'm in testing and evaluation kind of thing. But I love this thing so much that I bought it, and I kept it on this rifle because this is kind of like my CQB deal. In any case, I thought it was interesting that the 2 videos that were side by side had the same exact, almost the same exact names, both received strikes, which leads me to believe that some organization was out there trying to hit these companies. So it seems to me that maybe they sent out an email, top secret, whatever, on Facebook saying, this is the video that you need to do. And the dumbasses couldn't figure out which one to do a strike, so they reported both of them. I was very fortunate that I didn't get a 3rd strike on these things. But in any case, the appeal process is either short or sweet. But I'm hoping with the number of people who did receive strikes, it sets a trend, and they have to address it. But in any case, I'm going to play one of the videos. This is the field review of this guy right here. Put down in the comments after you watch it and let me know if you think there's anything in that video that would have violated the community guidelines for videos containing firearm content. And again, like I said, I put a link to SiteMark down in the thing in the comments or in the description, but it was not trying to sell a firearm. I was not trying to sell anything that would have made this thing into a simulated full automatic. So I can honestly say, after I reviewed the video, it did not contain any content that violated the community guidelines. As well, later on, I'll put the video with the unboxing, which again they said violated the community guidelines. The only way I can see is that you got some people out there that did a perfectly executed strike on a bunch of channels. So here it is. I know it's running long, but I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you so much. We're going to get this thing back up and running within a short period of time, and I am not going to let anybody stop this. Let's go to Boy 32. Alright guys, Good Old Boy 32 here, check it out. So this is the range review of this little guy right here. This is the site marked Mini M-Spec LQD. Now what I mean by LQD, it has the quick detachment lever right here, which has this skeletonized riser. As you can tell by the last video, I might not be a big fan of those skeletonized risers, but what I am a big fan of is the minimalist look of this guy right here. In this test, I just want to make sure, one, I'm not going to beat this one up. I don't really think I want to do that. May, but we're going to take it over and dump it in the stream and see how it works. We're going to pull it off and see how well it comes back to 0. Let's fire off a couple more rounds. Stand by. The one thing I do love about it, the dot on this specific red dot is very, very clear. It's very round. There's no spot. It's almost like it's just perfect. Now, it's a 3 MOA dot. One of the things I didn't cover before. Now, in the overcast we have today, we're expecting a lot of snow. I'm not having any issues. As a matter of fact, I had to turn the actual red dot down. But we're sitting here at the 50-yard mark. I'm just doing some quick acquisitions, coming up, putting it all on, and seeing what we can do. Let's go ahead and keep firing, and I just want to see what my impressions are of this guy right now. We may go ahead and remove it from the QD mount. We'll mark the location and see if we can get back, make sure it goes back to 0. Man, I'm liking this thing. What I want to do now is go ahead and throw this thing in the water. We'll go ahead and test it out for its IP67 level, which is submersible up to 1 meter for 30 minutes. But just to rush things up, we got a stream over here. I thought Moneybags, he's going to run the camera today, and we're going to take it over there and just dump it in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and remove it off of here, and we'll take it down in the river and dump it. All right, thanks for Moneybags doing the video. We're going to take a look at his rifle here real quickly, and man, I tell you what a great little firearm he's brought on. So this thing's done pretty well. What I want to do now is I want to test to make sure it's supposed to be IP67. So we're going to take it and drop it right down in the water. And I know there's mud, but I don't care. There it is. Nice and muddy in the water. There we go. Get it all done. Nasty. There we go. I'm going to let that sit in there for a few minutes. I'm going to mark it because I have a tendency to lose stuff. But, and it is on at this time. And the nice thing is this has got an activation 12-hour shut off on it. And that's basically it. Alright, I think it's been long enough. Let's go ahead and pull it out of the water here if I can find it. There it is. And wash it off. So there it is, guys. She's still running. I don't anticipate we're going to have any problems with this thing because the IP67 is pretty nice. What I wouldn't mind done is putting the fresh stream so we could clean it off real good because I'm going to put it back on the rifle, but that's it. See, we'll go ahead. It can push water up in there just like that, and that's it. So let's take this thing on back over here, put it on the rifle, and see how she comes back to zero, hopefully with this mount. I've learned that I do not like these skeletonized mounts, but you know, these are pretty easy to come to replace. The only problem with this one is I got to figure out if this is what type of mount system it is married up to. Fit and Fire asked that question the other day. I sent the manufacturer a request for that information. We'll see what happens. So let's get on back over here and we'll do some more shooting. Here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and put this thing back in position here. And I'm just hoping, and crazy, because I do have a camera down there. And I just want to make sure that we don't have anything stupid. So I'm going to mount it all the way to the front, just like we did. Put it on there. Here we go. You guys are knowing where that's hitting more than I do. Let's go ahead and run a couple more rounds with it and see how she does. Stand by. All right, well, guys, that's it. I'm going to run down there and see how that looks. You guys are seeing it from better than I am. I'm going to go ahead. Well, I guess we could go ahead and put it on the bench to see really if it's zeroed back, see how close it is. Why don't we do that real quick before we give up? But I will tell you this. I love the application. I didn't know how much I was going to like this thing, but I saw Pat McNamara in one of his videos running something like this and showing it to a couple other people. I am seriously really liking the mini red dot rifle application. This thing's awesome. So let's go over here to the table. We'll go ahead and bench it real quick and see how close we can get. I was getting about a 2 MOA deal yesterday. That was with some reloads. I'm shooting 5.56, 55 grain black, not Black Hills, Lake City. Let's see how close we get. All right, so here we go. Got close. Make sure if we get within 2 inches, I'll be fine. All right, boys and girls, let's run on down there and see how we did. Not that I would even know it, but in my opinion, I love this thing. I love the application, and I give it a thumbs up. I wouldn't have a problem. I'm going to go ahead and list all the details down below for this guy, specifications, as well as the MSRP from Sightmark and their preferred vendors. Anyway, that's it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Support the red, white, and blue. God bless America. God bless those men, women in uniform. 24/7 for our freedom. Freedom comes in 5.56 with a mini red dot. Good Boy 32, out.